decorated. Her sister was like, she broke her hip. What'd you expect? Welcome to Book Club.
My name is Lamasha.
And I'm Squizzy, and today we're starting our first
Christmas.
Yes. Our first discussion of How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. What's the last name, I believe?
I do not remember the author's name. Sometimes I don't pay attention to who the author is.
Right. Let's see. Let me get to my notes. And
so generally just the story is about so two sisters have moved back to take care of their
ailing great aunt. Because she fell, broke her hip, but she seems to be getting around pretty good right now. Mm-hmm. Although she does get feeble every once in a while.
Yeah, and then there's Cole Black, who's like, oh, they're back. I'm gonna be a douchebag to them. I find him to be so silly and dramatic. Yeah. Like, he's thinking about things that the other party isn't even thinking about. He's like, gosh, she's just set out to ruin my day. And she's just like, oh, look, it's him. I'm going to play a quick little joke on him, and then I'm going to buy my pastry and leave. Mm-hmm. But that's been sitting in his head for like the entire day. Mm-hmm. And so, and now, because the great aunt likes to enter into this
it's called Kringle, what's it called? The Christmas Kringle?
Mm-hmm. To see who can become what, Miss Kringle or something. Not Miss.
The Town Kringle.
The Town Kringle, and
they choose 5 every year, and they have competitions where they have to bake the best cookies, make the best candy cane, carol in front of a store. I feel like when I was reading it, I was like, this sounds like a pretty good thing for a small town, so you can get out, visit with the neighbors and stuff. Yeah. And the great aunt forces Story, that's the name of the main character. She forces Story to enter the Kringle competition in her place because she can't this year because of her bomb hip. And she always places second. So she's like, this year I want to place first. This might be my last chance. I'm on death's door. I'm just knocking on death's door. Who knows? And she manages to sway Story to her side, because Story is real reluctant. She's had bad incidents happens whenever she's performed in front of like a big audience. So she's like, I don't really want to do this. Last time I knocked some old lady into a lake, and it was the talk of the town. But her grandma's like, your sister, she could never pull something off like this. She's a robot. She couldn't handle the creativity. And she's like, yeah, you're right. My sister is a robot. I can totally do this. Yeah, I have the creative juices flowing. I can make this happen for great auntie. So that's basically what this story is about. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about what we first felt when we saw the cover of the book. All right, so the cover is really cute. It's like a hand dangling a heart, right? Yeah, it's a heart shaped like it's a Christmas ornament shaped like a heart. Yeah. And it's in front of a Christmas tree. I thought it was really cute. Yeah, and it gives playful / mischievous vibes. Yeah, and I feel like the book really lives up to that so far. Like, we're only we're only 5 chapters in, and I think it's doing a good job of being playful, a little cheeky. I haven't really picked up on a theme yet, but more than just like that Cole is living in the past. Like, move on, Cole. And I feel like Story has some of that too, where like she's letting the past hold her back from some of the things. That was part of what her great aunt said to sway her. She's like, you're just sitting at home watching movies all the time. Do you even go out anymore? Do you date? Do you live a worse life than I do, and I'm 900 years old, was basically the thing. And Christmas and Story was like, you're right. You're right. I can do this. But yeah, I really like that aspect of it. Let's see. Characters. We have Cole Black. He's grumpy, misread situations. Petty. Doesn't have any funny bones, and cares for reindeer. I thought that was so hilarious. And like when so you get the vibe from the first chapter or the prologue or whatever that he doesn't care about the town, but then when Story comes into town and like she enters the competition, he's like, she doesn't even care about the competition. She should be in it. But I did like that moment of realization when he's like, I love this town a whole lot more than I thought I did because they banded together around me when my parents died. So,
yeah, he's really protective over the town and its traditions and stuff, even though it's like he's really grumpy.
Yeah, all he was doing was thinking about the bad things, and then he was like, hold on, good things happen too. So yeah, I did like that. I felt like the author did a good job of weaving in his stupid pettiness and then a little bit of emotion.
Yeah, it was funny. And Taryn is the older sister.
Yeah, she's a nurse. She's a little bit bossy. She cares, but she's a little bit tough. But I feel like she's a good play off of for Story, because Story is a little bit thoughtless. She thinks about herself a lot because her responsible. Her sister is a nurse. She works all the time, and she's coming to help take care of the great aunt. And her sister is like, I should have the big room. And Taryn is like, I gave up all this stuff to come. I can't even trust you to take care of great aunt. So I deserve this big room.
And Story didn't even really want to be there to take care of her. Right. So I was surprised when she was like, I really do care about my aunt. Like she's made our Christmases what they were when we were young. I was like, I was surprised, like, she really actually cared about her, because in the first couple of chapters, she was all like, I don't want to be here. Like,
she was like, and why is the house not decorated? Her sister was like, she broke her hip. What'd you expect? So, yeah, she's just a little bit selfish, a little thoughtless, a little flighty. And she loves, she's a, what is it? She edits movies, or what is it, a TV show?
Yeah.
Some sort of romance.
For some Hallmark or
Hallmark channel. But yeah.
For some reason I put Story as a little bit of an idiot? Question mark.
Right? That's what I was thinking too. Because one of the reasons that Cole hates her is because on the day his mom died, this was the same day she had accidentally knocked some lady into a lake. And like the town was pretty much gossiping about her, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And she told him everything that was wrong, and she was like, "God, I hate this town." Blah, 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 blah. And then she just left because that was like the day they were leaving town, and Cole was like, "How dare she not even think that my parents are dead?" Like, you didn't even say anything. How is she supposed to know? Like, that's not her fault. She was a selfish, thoughtless teenager that had just had some event happen to her.
Like, there's no.
It's not her fault. She couldn't read the room, especially not when you ask her what's wrong first. But yeah, then we have Max, aka Atlas. Well, Atlas is a real name. The last name is Maximilian or something like that, but they shorten it to Max. And he runs a tree farm, and he also owns. I think the family also owns that little reindeer thing that Cole takes care of. And he's Cole's best friend, and the family took him in when Cole's family died.
Yeah, so to Cole, he feels like a brother.
Yeah, so he teases him a little bit, but he's like always ready to jump onto his side. So now he's going to be a partner with him in this Christmas Kringle foolishness.
And we kind of went over the plot a little bit. Should we go deeper into the Kringle contest? Like, so Story has entered on behalf of her great aunt, and Cole, who is upset that Story entered because he knows she doesn't care about the town at all. It's like, why should she be Kringle, what is it?
Christmas Kringle,
when she doesn't even care about the town. I'm gonna enter and block her from winning.
And Max was like, this is a little crazy. Why are you doing all of this? And he was like, this town, they were on my side all this time. And Max was like, I got your back, buddy.
And it was so funny how Max was hurt that when he heard that, she said she didn't care about the town.
Fully offended. But yeah. Accidentally shut it off.
All right. A bit that happens in the story when they meet again. They meet in the coffee shop. And Story pretends like she didn't remember his name.
She's like, "Oh, Connor," and he's like, "My name is Cole." And she was like, "That was just a little bit I was doing." But when I was reading it, I was kind of likening it to her, Lorelai, him, Luke.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's what
very Luke Danes.
But he's really upset about, like, I can't remember, is it just that she rejected him, that he's still upset about that? Or
I'm not even sure she's aware she rejected him, because in what manner was he asking her out, Like, did he choose a bad day? I guess we'll find out more about that later. And he was also upset about her not knowing his parents are dead,
right,
and hating the town.
So he was really upset, and she's over there joking. She's like, "What's wrong
What's
with him?
Why he mad?" And she at home thinking, "Man, he's hot now." But it was just a fleeting thought. She was like, "Oh, he's hot, and he's still grumpy. He's funny," and so that was just like a little moment to her. But he's been brooding on this all week, and telling his friend Max, she's just as thoughtless as she used to be. But yeah, predictions. Predictions, I think Story will learn to be a bit more thoughtful about the people around her through taking care of her aunt and getting to the heart of Cole's grumpiness. And I feel like the Gossip Twins, the ones that the great aunt hangs out with, I feel like they're going to play a role in their relationship. Probably be like pushing them to get together and stuff like that.
And like the Kringle contest is going to make them both care more about the town and everything.
And Cole will probably have to chase Story to California to get her back, and will learn to loosen up is something. Because I feel like she's gonna be like, "Oh, I have to leave for some reason," and he's gonna be like, "I can't believe she just up and left," and Max is gonna be like, "Are you gonna go get her or not?"
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna happen.
There was one, those were pretty much my predictions too. And should we talk about the writing style?
Oh, in just a bit.
Right.
There was just one thing I was wondering. How much money does he make taking care of these reindeer? Like what exactly does this whole job entail? Like
maybe he got some inheritance from his parents.
Maybe it's not really usual for a main male lead to be a brokey, so we'll see. But he might just be a regular smuggler guy. I feel like in this town you probably don't need a lot of money. He's probably got this house from his parents, and so
you don't need much.
Yeah, to buy breakfast every other day. So he's probably a well-off reindeer reindeer farmer or whatever he's doing with those reindeer. But yeah, writing style.
Yeah, it's very playful, and sometimes the author talks to us, the reader.
Yeah, and she's got little poems that are written to the beat of the night before Christmas, before like the chapters and stuff.
It's light and fun. I also have that. It's very white.
Yeah, it is. It is. But the conversations are realistic, where people are a little cheesy when they interact and stuff. But yeah,
I also have. I don't know what made me write it, but I put this book is hilarious.
Oh yeah, and it is easy to tell one person from another. I feel like.
There was one line that said he gave a Grinch-sized smile. I was like, what does that mean? Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. And Max was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And then Max was like, this is how it's done. He was like, you saw how good that was, right? And he was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm so far enjoying it quite a lot. I've so far given it 8 out of 10.
All right. I think I have it at like a 7 out of 10 right now, because I do sort of like, a little drama in my story. So maybe when it gets a little more dramatic, I'll be more into it. But right now it's just like a lot of light, fluffy fun.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, I wrote, the author does a great job of showing Story's selfish and sarcastic personality without making her unlikable. She just puts herself first a lot. And Cole is a likable male lead as well. A little grumpy and arrogant, but not in a gross machismo way. Yep. He's like Luke Danes from Gilmore Girls. He needs to stop overthinking and lighten up. The Connor thing wasn't even mean-spirited. But he was real hurt.
But I when I wasn't sure if she was playing or not, I would have been offended too. Because
I was like, y'all have been talking for years. How could she not remember? Because at first that's what I was thinking too. I was like, how could she not remember him?
Right.
How selfish is she? Me, all up in Cole's mind. Let's see. Kringle Town with Christmas music and trees year round sounds kind of insane, but also cute. The Kringle contest. I was like, are there places where these sorts of things actually happen?
Right. Like, is there a Christmas town? Probably.
Right. Where they just grow Christmas trees and sell them, or have reindeer and stuff. And let's see.
Oh yeah, and one reason that Cole doesn't like the season of Christmas is because it's when his parents died.
Oh yeah. And I was like, I love his and Max's friendship. A little teasing, but a lot of support. And I was like, one of the plot points would probably be him taking the confrontation a little too far and making Story cry, or her saying something insensitive, so he blurts out that his parents are dead.
Well, she probably knows by now, right?
I don't know, because I think she left like 10 years ago and never really revisited the thought of it. I don't know, but who knows. Let's see. Oh, and I was like, Aunt Cindy is probably smiling like a wolf, realizing she pulls Story fully into her cause. She was like, jump in feet first. Jump in feet first, Story. And Story was like, yeah, I'm gonna jump in feet first. And
yeah, those are the 5 chapters of wait, what's it called again? How My Neighbor Stole Christmas.
And I'm looking forward to chapters 6 through 10.
All right.
That's it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and if you're reading the book or if you have read it, tell us what you think about it below. And if you have any recommendations, go ahead and give those to us.
Because we haven't picked our reads for after this one just yet. So we don't know what genre we're going for or anything.
No.
But so far we've had 2 romances in a row. So far this one seems like an actual romance.
Yeah,
the other one was a bit of a sex book. Smutty.
What was the first book we read? Tend to Be.
Yes, I liked that one.
All right. Bye.